Hey y'all, Binks here, and today we're blowing stuff up. The deck is Destroyer. Destroyer is a very powerful finisher card with 6 energy, 16 power, and on reveal, destroy your other cards. Now, this can seem like a huge downside, but you can actually use it as an upside, and especially if you utilize some other cards in your deck to make sure that all of your cards don't get destroyed, or we can even turn off this on reveal, we can get the advantage of having 16 power on turn 6 without the downside of destroying our cards. So let's look at the deck list. The deck list is reliant on a few different things. The first one is going to be kind of a destroy package. We have the hood here. We want to get rid of this card, so we're going to utilize some of our cards to blow it up or have it in a lane where the destroyer will hit it. It's 1 energy, -2 that will get us a 6 power demon into our hand, so we can use this later on in the game. Nova, which is going to, once it blows up, give our other cards +1 power. Bucky Barnes, which is going to turn into the Winter Soldier, 6 power card once it's destroyed. We have Carnage to be one of the ways that we can destroy those cards, and of course our big finisher Destroyer as the other. The other side of the deck is going to be to disrupt our opponent. So we're going to want to do that with Green Goblin, sending this over to our opponent's side to give them -3 power, Hobgoblin to give them -8 power, and then Professor X, one of the coolest cards in the game, 5 energy, 3 power, ongoing, lock down this location. Cards can't be added, removed, anything changed around. Really interesting and unique card. Completely shut it down. And to note, if you have cards in the lockdown location, they can't be destroyed either. So if you destroy her after you lock down a location, it's not going to affect that lane. The last important cards to the deck are going to be Armor and Cosmo. These are going to be the ways that we're going to defend our cards. So we can either have a armored lane where they're not going to get blown up by Destroyer, or Cosmo the Destroyer. Cosmo will not make its on reveal effect happen. We are usually going to have one empty lane with cards like Green Goblin and Hobgoblin jumping over, destroying certain cards. So Warpath can turn into a 4 energy 9 power. It's a 4 energy 5 power with ongoing if any of your locations are empty, +4 power. So really cool card we can use there. And then the last kind of linchpin of this deck, it's not always used in this deck, but I think it's really great. It's going to be Daredevil, a 2 energy 2 power. On turn 5, you get to see your opponent's plays before you make your own. Now, we have 2 really big 5-drops in Hobgoblin and Professor X that are completely game-changing. So if we know what our opponent's going to play on turn 5, we can act around it. If we see that adding 3 energy is going to win us a lane for sure, getting it locked down, Professor X is a good play. If we see that maybe one of their locations is going to have 3 cards, we can Hobgoblin as that last card to completely lock it down, make sure they can't play on there. Hobgoblin's really great. So overall, this is one of the most played decks. You're going to see it on ladder a lot once you get up to pool 3. I think it's really fun, and the decision making that you're making over the course of the game is really awesome as well. As always, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to like the video. It really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you want to either catch me live here on YouTube or see some more videos. If you're brand new to Marvel Snap, I have a huge library of previous videos you can check out. You can catch me live either here on YouTube or over at twitch.tv/binks_plays. Enjoy. Okay, so let's just Nova middle. Dark Dimension can be pretty good with what we got going on. Sakaar, the Green Goblin and Sakaar is great. It's going to completely fill this lane. I'm going to snap. This is huge. Opponent got absolutely dumpstered there. We'll armor right. Maybe I should have just armor. I have a Cosmo for the Destroyer. We love that. We'll just go ahead and I should get the Carnage in there. We'll sneak the Destroyer in over here on the left before, or we'll sneak the Cosmo over here on the left. Or maybe we'll just play Destroyer on this lane. Yeah, I think we'll just play Destroyer in this middle lane. Seems fine. My Destroyer deck, I use 0 and Red Skull. 0 can negate Destroyer. If I don't get Cosmo. Yeah, it's probably great. I would maybe think about adding that in, but I did, like, literally the YouTube video I just uploaded like 20 minutes ago features 0 and Red Skull, so I like to get a little variety, a little spice of life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna gamble that will work. I'm gonna gamble that this Professor X will land. I guess the problem is Mjolnir, right? Yeah, that was maybe a bad play. Actually, a really bad play, huh? Did I just lose? I think I just lost. Well, okay. Next turn, they'll tie. I did just lose. Man, that was a really bad play. I didn't even think about Thor. So lucky that they dropped the Mighty Thor there, but I guess I should have also thought that if they were going to play that anywhere. Nova Buff doesn't win though, right? If they play Mjolnir? Because they're going to get Mjolnir. They drew Mjolnir for sure, so they're going to get +6 here as well. So +6, and then they'll get +3. Oh yeah, wait, was Cosmo down? Cosmo shut down Yo, let's go! Let's go! Chat, let's go, chat! Let's go! Guess we still maybe lose to Okay. Yo, let's go, chat. Chat for the win. Okay, so I think that slamming down armor middle will be nice. It's a little bit more power than Daredevil. I still want to get Daredevil down. We have lots of 2 and 3 drops that we can draw into. And opponent's playing Angel, so could spook them. Burris, thanks so much for the follow. Liking the best follow notification of all twitch.tv. Everyone in chat says thank you. By the way, YouTube viewers, I'm hoping that eventually I will figure out how to get YouTube like notifications to show up on stream as well. You'll never be Drewberry, you second-rate snap show. That's a weird thing to say to someone online. That's a really weird thing to say to someone online. Can you imagine being like that much of a weirdo to like a random person you don't even know? Yeah, dude, Jar Jar is undefeated. Okay, let's get 2 cards out. Obviously, we'll stick Carnage in the middle. Should guarantee us an Asgard win. What a moon girl, huh? They gonna double Nova Carnage me? I'm just kidding. Anyway, I love you. Top taste. Okay. You never know. You never know, man. There's some crazy people in this world. Oh, baby. Love to see it. Let's just double check to make sure. Yeah, this is an easy W. Professor X right completely locks down any chance my opponent has of winning over there. Because even if they're trying to do Nova Carnage things, they can't do it because I've armored the middle. And then we just destroy our middle, and we're loving life. Thanks, Travis. I'd like to be top 3. I'm gonna guess you're TLSG Binks Drew Barry believer. Whoa! Oh! Holy! Holy, dude! Have five oh my gosh. I guess only 3 cards needed to get destroyed. I was not expecting that. Wow. Get absolutely dumpstered by Moon Girl Deathwave. Strange Academy is a bit spooky. It's not that spooky. It's just a little bit annoying. Just a little bit annoying. We can Daredevil. I do want to get this Daredevil down. Let's get it down right, just in case it's anything weird. Play out ahead a bit. And it's not something that like we would hate to lose if it's Murder World or something like that. Nova Roma. So what I'm thinking... Man, we really need to get our Carnage if we're going to commit to playing Bucky Barnes. So I don't think we should do that just yet. But I think that Green Goblining them in Strange Academy can be really annoying. Because they never know where that Green Goblin's going to go. There's every day at 10 p.m. Central Time. The game like does like a reset of your shop. It does a reset of like the week. It's like the week is resetting in 20 minutes. Oh man, that Ironheart was really annoying. It made this much less bad for our opponent. I really don't want to commit Bucky to middle if this is going to get moved. I do want to start thinking about where... Like armor here, Bucky here maybe? And I think we're going to destroy this middle lane no matter what. So then we can maybe do some Hobgoblin shenanigans. Can maybe even also Hobgoblin middle and just have them have a bunch of negative power getting thrown around Strange Academy. God, I love this Chibi armor variant. This is one of my most wanted cards for so long in this game. Jubilee middle is a psycho play. I kind of respect it, not gonna lie. Ooh, and we get to see what our opponent's gonna do. Obviously great. So I think if opponent doesn't play more than 8 power right, I think that we have a great play to Professor X right, which is going to force Nova over to the left, which will mean that our destroyer will always hit it. Big brain destroyer plays coming. This deck is really cool. So now, I don't know what our opponent can do to beat us middle, right? Like, what can our opponent play for one card? Even if they get, like, hyper... if they get the super powered 5 power Iron Man, if they got that off the draw, it's still not enough. We never lose to the destroyer. It's 17 power. I guess a flip double dinosaur is kind of spooky. We'll take our 8 cubes. Moving on up. I think it's smart. I think thinking about playing like that with Strange Academy and using Professor X was very solid. It was a good game. I think gold is just to hi. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna armor. Not going first. Let's get ahead. And then if they don't bust up the hood, let's armor it. Yeah, let's armor this location because we're gonna be ahead now and they want to destroy this location, right? And if we armor it, we're gonna stop them from doing that. It's gonna feel real damn good. Yes, I still think that's the best play. We can play the hood over here. Yeah, I think we're snapping. I think we're in a really good spot. They're gonna try and blow this up, but with a Carnage or a Deathlock this turn, and we're gonna stop it. We'll be in a really good spot, and then we can Bucky Carnage right.
Time's up.
I don't see how opponent wins. I don't see how opponent could beat this. This is really strong. It's really, really strong. What's up with the question marks? What did I do? Am I crazy? Did I do something wrong? I think I'm playing this mirror match like a goddamn pro, as a matter of fact. You're gonna get up to 3 on the left, so they need to put 6 on the left. They need to put at least 7 in the middle, or they need to put, I don't know, a ton. 8 plus 6, like 10 on the right. They need to do 2 of those things. Game is not launched yet, no. Unless it has, I don't know. Is the game launched? I guess I also should have been thinking that Mysterio was there. Next play, maybe Cosmo right as well. Just depends on what the location is that flips. Opponent wants to play a lot of cards here, so I think that Cosmoing them is going to be in our benefit. And then maybe next turn we do like Daredevil Carnage and just take the Lechigia hit. I think this Cosmo is really annoying for our opponent. And then on turn 5, we can Professor X somewhere. We'll almost certainly be able to lock down a location properly. Don't know what our opponent's playing. It might be some kind of miracle list. Oh, thank you. I didn't want that to be there either. Seems pretty solid. We're gonna be at 5. We're gonna be at 7. Might be enough. God, the sound is so cool. It will never not be cool. One's probably going to play down Sarah this turn, would be my expectation. Hopefully they don't play it left, because then we get a free stop on left. I guess as long as they don't balance out what they're doing to both sides, we're going to be in a really good spot. I think Daredevil is practical in most cases. I think that Daredevil could be used, like, doesn't need to be in this deck, but I really like it. Does Mysterio create a copy of its Blade in Dark Dimension? Yes, it does. Misty Knight. Patriot. Misty Knight, Patriot. Okay. Opponents probably needs to play like Mystique here, right? I can't play Professor. I gotta play Professor X, right? It doesn't feel great, but I think I have to do that. And then I have to hope that Destroyer left is enough.
Systems go.
So what I think my opponent is going to do, I think we just destroy her here. I think we blow this up because I think opponent's going to play Mystique. So Mystique will lose us middle no matter what. So it's okay for us to just trash this. But opponent has to spend 3 energy on Mystique to do that. Then it's going to be hard for them to gather enough power to beat a destroyer. Because they could have like maybe like Shocker. I can't think of what they would have because it would be like Cyclops. Cyclops would only be 8 extra power, which isn't enough. I think that this almost always wins. I'm confident enough that I'm going to snap. I don't see how they beat us on the left because I think that, yeah, I think it's an okay snap. Let's go ahead and put the Daredevil over on the left. Opponent's going to use that as their invisible woman lane. I mean, chat, if opponent's going to use that for their invisible woman lane, should I just Cosmo it? I can probably wait, right? Yeah, because I was thinking maybe I'll just play Cosmo and then I'll destroy her somewhere else. No, just Destroyer on the Cosmo lane. It's Cosmo their invisible wound lane. I feel like that just dumpsters the whole strategy. Maybe I should have saved it though. Maybe I should have saved it for turn 5. Probably should have saved it for turn 5. It's interesting. Very rude for our opponent. It snapped, huh? Oh! Oh, no. Okay, good. That's not where I put the green goblin. Damn, dude. Opponent just kind of flexed on me, huh? It's okay. If opponent doesn't play in the vault, either way, we can lock him down, right? No, here. If opponent doesn't play in the vault, we can just Professor X here. And then we can destroy or left.
All systems go.
Does Destroyer usually win? I guess it depends on what they discard, right? One's going to have one card in hand. Has to be 14 plus power. Oh, wait, leader's great. No, leader still doesn't work because all they have is the hood. Wait, no, leader's. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, that was spooky, dude. I'm a Binksian or a Binks. Yeah, dude, we're Binks fans. Binks fans. It's simple, dude. We're Binks fans. So retreat later means that you're giving your opponent the choice, and then once your opponent either ends turns or also retreats later, the game ends. Or just regular retreats. So basically, like, if you retreat now, you don't even wait. You're just like, all right, whatever, I'm out. You basically do that when you don't think that your opponent has any reason to ever retreat that turn. But you would retreat later if your thought process is, oh, my opponent might retreat. They might stay. So I want to retreat later, and I'm going to wait for them to either end their turn, at which point I retreat and then I lose the cubes. Or if they retreat, then it's a tie. This might just turn into an empty lane for us. We're gonna armor danger room. I think this will be an empty lane, and then we're gonna destroyer. Maybe this becomes an empty lane. If we have to make this an empty lane, it does cause us to like YOLO. Oh, does suck that we don't have the initiative, but we're gonna see what our opponent's gonna do. Oh, my poor opponent. Poor opponent. Poor opponent. This is why Daredevil, I think, is so good. When you're running a deck with Cosmo, Hobgoblin, and Professor X, I think that Daredevil is just so clutch. Yeah, I agree. Staying at a Daredevil snap is kind of psycho. We do lose a 25% chance of the Destroyer getting killed here. There's a 25% chance we lose. Motherfucker. I still think it was our best play. Maybe we should have just destroyed middle. We probably should have just destroyed middle, huh? I think we probably should have destroyed middle there. It's cost 1, 2, or 3. Can't be played here. I'm gonna armor this location. It looks a little psycho because of the Nova. I think it's smart. Yo, Silver Fox coming over, I believe, from YouTube to Twitch to hit the hit the button and say follow. I really appreciate that. I think last game Armor Left probably was correct. I just like, I'm still trying to learn this deck stuff. Okay, opponent never plays left lane. There's no world the opponent plays left lane here, because they can't destroy it. So now we lock down the left lane, and now we just have to deal with these 2 lanes. I think we're gonna Warpath middle, or maybe we want to do Daredevil. Let's do Daredevil Bucky and see if we can lock down one of these locations with Professor X. Now, if opponent doesn't play middle here next turn, we pretty much get a guaranteed W. And we get the Daredevil knowledge ahead of time. I don't think that we're gonna snap, because I feel like opponent would probably just run away if that were the case. Rightfully so. Never mind, you have the big stupid. You play destroyer mid, then they destroyer, then you win. Yeah, it was tough. It was tight. Ooh, we played around it. Very smart by our opponent. Very smart indeed. Do I have a way out here? I want to try and set up a destroyer win, but it's really hard to. Maybe it's not though. Maybe we just do this, and then I destroy your middle. And then if I destroy middle, then no, they have space. Opponent goes first. They're setting up a Taskmaster? I wish you could tell the order that they got played. They're setting up a Taskmaster. Yeah, 18 power Taskmaster? I think my Hobgoblin still beats that. If we bolt Destroyer, I win, because he'll kill his Venom and he'll beat that. If he Taskmasters, I win because the Destroyer's bigger. I think we got this. I think that was the smartest play I've made in a long time. In my whole life, maybe. We're gonna snap back. Might be wrong. They play the Cyber-Tooth Master, no Taskmaster, they won't Taskmaster. How's the opponent win then? How does the opponent win? So even they did a big stupid. Opponent did a big stupid. Okay, opponent did a big dum dum. Even if opponent hadn't done that big stupid, we still would have won. Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.